The weight of the African warthog ranges from 50 to 150 kilograms. Females are 15 to 20% lighter than males. The length of the body including the head is 90 to 150 centimeters. The height at the withers ranges from 63.5 to 85 centimeters. Both sexes of the warthog have large upper canines, which are 25.5 to 63.5 centimeters long in males and 15.2 to 25.5 centimeters long in females. As their name suggests, African warthogs have 3 pairs of warts on their muzzle consisting of connective tissue, cartilage. The 3 types of warts include 1. Suborbital warts, which grow up to 15 centimeters in males, 2. Suborbital warts, which do not develop in most females, and 3. Submandibular warts, which have white bristles. The head is large with a mane growing down along the spine to the middle of the back. The body is covered with sparse bristles. Coloration is usually black or brown. The tail is long and ends in a tuft of hair. The low subcutaneous fat content and sparse fur makes African warthogs susceptible to extreme environmental temperatures. The African warthog inhabits open and wooded savanna areas, grassy steppes, and semi-deserts in sub-Saharan Africa. Warthogs prefer open areas and avoid tropical forests and deserts. They inhabit Kilimanjaro up to 3,000 meters above sea level, and along the coastal areas of Africa. The African warthog also occupies formerly forested areas that have been cleared for pasture. The distribution of the warthog is limited due to human interference. Warthogs need cool corners to cope with the high temperatures during the day, and shelter to keep warm during the cold at night. The African warthog is an herbivore but can also eat roots, berries, young tree bark, rarely even carrion. They prefer to graze on low grasses. Warthogs use their muzzles and tusks to extract plant rhizomes and bulbs. The rhizomes of plant bulbs serve as a source of moisture during the dry season. The African warthog also eats the droppings of rhino, African buffalo, water ibex, and ibex. African warthogs live in social groups. These groups usually consist of females and their cubs, and can include up to 18 individuals. Males usually disperse after 2 years of age and lead solitary lives or form bachelor groups. African warthogs are primarily diurnal animals and prefer to take shelter in burrows for the night. They use anteater burrows or abandoned termite dwellings for sleeping. To cope with high temperatures, warthogs wallow in mud or water, and at low temperatures they take shelter in their burrows, huddling together. African warthogs do not exhibit territorial behavior. Different groups of warthogs have a lot of range overlap. They may share common resting, feeding, and watering places. Warthogs are capable of changing their habitats in response to seasonal water shortages. The range area of the African warthog varies from 0.62 square km to 23.3 square km. The African warthog adheres to a polygamous mating system. Both male and female have multiple partners. Males do not usually defend their territory, but ritual fights between males are not uncommon during mating periods. Fighting involves pushing and using the upper blunt fangs to inflict damage on the opponent. The more dangerous lower canines are rarely used, so serious injuries or casualties are almost non-existent. Adult males tend to be solitary and join groups of females only to mate. Females are attracted to boars by their humping appearance and the smell of urination. The mating periods of African warthogs depend on the seasons. Generally, females mate 4 to 5 months after the rainy season ends, and give birth during the dry season. Warthogs become sexually mature at 18 to 20 months of age, although males usually do not mate until 4 years of age. African warthogs have the longest gestation period of any member of the pig family, ranging from 170 to 175 days. Litter sizes range from 1 to 7 piglets, with an average of 3 piglets per litter. The piglets are weaned from their mother's milk around 21 weeks of life. Female African warthogs spend most of their lives in groups, but they prefer solitude before giving birth. Females give birth in a burrow, which plays an important role in regulating piglet body temperature, so newborn warthogs cannot regulate their body temperature during the first few days of life. The piglets spend about 6 to 7 weeks in the burrow before going outside with their mother. Male warthogs stay with their mother until they are 2 years old. Females leave their mother when they reach sexual maturity, but may return to the group in the future. Researchers in eastern Silas, Tanzania have determined that the average lifespan of a warthog is 7 to 11 years. Other sources indicate that the African warthog can live up to 18 years. Warthog pigs are very vulnerable to extreme cold and high temperatures, as well as to predators, which accounts for less than 50% of the young's survival rate in the first year of life. Other common causes of mortality in adult warthogs are predation, human intervention, hunting, and disease. African warthogs have poor eyesight, but their hearing and sense of smell are heightened. In case of danger, warthogs raise their tail upright as a signal to individuals of their species. During friendly encounters, they rub their under-eye glands against each other. Female African warthogs use frequent urination to demonstrate their readiness for mating to males. During fights, the loser usually squeals and runs away, while the winner leaves him alone. When fighting and mating, warthogs growl and gnash their teeth. The main threat to warthogs comes from lions. They avoid nocturnal predators by being active during the day and taking shelter in their burrows at night. They have special signals that warn other individuals of approaching predators. African warthogs can change their activity pattern to avoid encounters with humans. In areas of human contact, warthogs often become more active at night. African warthogs have a mutualistic relationship with birds, such as red-billed and yellow-billed bufflehead starlings. The birds feed on parasites that live on the bodies of warthogs. Also, they serve as prey for lions and leopards. African warthogs are valuable to humans because of their meat, for local consumption or trade in cities. They are easy to hunt and have the potential to increase their population by 39% annually, making them popular on game ranches. African warthogs are known to cause damage to various crops such as rice and peanuts. For cattle, warthogs are competitors for grazing territories in southern Africa. They are very susceptible to disease and can cause infections in domestic pigs. They also contribute to tsetse flies, the bite of which can lead to sleeping sickness. Currently, the African warthog is not a concern, but many populations are in serious decline due to overfishing in unprotected areas. Reserves are trying to protect warthogs, but there are no bans on hunting outside protected areas. Several zoos have tried to breed African warthogs in captivity, but have had very modest results.